What's up, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to give you guys a very quick update about the markets. Just notes that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out my Moomoo link. Deposit $100 and you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. Deposits $2,000 and you're guaranteed 30. As far as Tesla's going, as you guys could tell, we're still technically on a slight downtrend, at least for now, on an intraday basis. We are making lower highs right over here. But then at the same time, I just want to mention that we're very flat. So despite the fact that there's a slight downtrend so far, we're very flat right now, not really doing a whole lot. If Tesla loses this low right over here at this 286 area, I think we could easily dip to the low 280s again. If we manage to get back above 292, then yes, we're looking for a rebound back up towards 295 and then 300. We tried to bounce right here, but then Tesla's just kind of chopping around, so it's very flat, if anything. So it's a good chance we just see a small dip and we just kind of chop around for some time, maybe not making much of a move thus far. Tomorrow, we basically have PCE data coming out. That's going to cause more volatility, but besides that, there's not really much data. And as far as Tesla's news goes, we're not really seeing much news. I'm just seeing headlines about how Tesla's market cap is below $1 trillion. That's the first time in 3 months we've seen it this low. And there's not really anything else that's new on the news so far. So that's what I'm seeing. The GDP numbers that came out were all very close to expectations. GDP prices did go up as we're seeing, once again, more inflationary data. So we'll see how all this data goes. But otherwise, I do see Tesla getting very tight and chopping around. On the 4-hour basis, this is, I think, one of the most important time frames. Tesla is below this very key trend line over here, and we've been on a downtrend for the last couple of months, as you could see. So you want to see Tesla get back above this trend line near 300 for us to bounce. Otherwise, we're still kind of weak. We're still in this chop zone, so just be very mindful of that. And we're still in a range, so that's going to be very important. Despite that, SPY is showing a little bit more strength. We're very flat right now, but I do like one thing, the fact that we're forming these wicks like this. Typically, when you do this, this is a sign that wants to see some kind of rebound move. So there is potential, but it depends. Can we hold 594 and also 590? If we lose that 590 to 589 area, we have a gap to fill all the way down to 584. So I will turn bearish if we lose that support. As of right now, we're forming wicks above 590. We're doing it over and over again, so that's a good sign that this might see some attempt to bounce maybe tomorrow, maybe, at least from a technical basis. So we'll see depending on the PCE data. As long as we can hold 594, there is potential for this to bounce, and we'll give it some more time to develop. On the QQQ, the same thing. We're basically very flat right now. We were trying to bounce and we got a rejection. One of the reasons why it's rejecting and weaker than SPY is because of Nvidia. Nvidia is selling off right now, so unfortunately it's showing some weakness. We want to break past 518 to really bounce. As long as we don't lose 506, we're going to be fine. We dipped to 506 and we saw a bounce. So overall, we're still stuck in a range. And I still see weakness on the QQQ, guys, so be careful with it. We need to break that 518 area for some kind of bounce. So our range right now is mainly between 506 and all the way up to about 518. We have a very big range on the QQQ. We'll see if we get a bounce or not, but give it some time. And I just think that we have to wait and see which way we break. My net view of the market is bearish. I do think that we will, for the medium term, eventually see a big dip. But for the short term, we're watching to see if we get a temporary bounce just for now. That's going to depend on data and factors like that. For the Russell 2000, we have kind of like a wick forming right here. We need to see this get back above 218 to really bounce. Otherwise, we're just range bound. We did touch the support around that 213 area. We still held support. So we're still doing a good job at holding support, but there's not really much going on with this, at least for the time being. We're just range bound, so just keep that in mind. ES is flat. We haven't lost 59.50, but we also have not broken past 6,000. We're just stuck in a range going back and forth right now. We have to break past the yellow trend line you guys can see right up here to really bounce to get back above the 6,000s. If not, we're just range bound. NQ is just stuck as well, a little bit weaker than SPY. We're barely holding 21,100. If we lose 21,000 flat, we will be in a weaker position. So we'll see if we hold 21,000 at the very least to see some kind of rebound move. We need to break 21,350 to bounce. Otherwise, we are still showing weakness. On Bitcoin, we have kind of like a slanted inverse and shoulders like pattern. I would like to see this bounce. We could dip closer to the lower 84,000s, and we'll see if we get some kind of rebound. So just watch that very closely. For Nvidia, we're actually making lower highs right here. We do have an inverse head and shoulders that was trying to develop it. We failed so far to develop it. So this is showing some weakness. I need to see if we could hold a 125 at the very least for some kind of rebound move. If 125 fails, I do expect a bigger downturn for Nvidia. So be careful. It's looking heavy and it's quite weak so far. Apple's trying to bounce, but we have resistance around this 242 area. We have not been able to break past that. We also have not lost 238, so we're stuck in this range for now. This is the range to watch for. So we're still stuck, so give it some time to develop. Palantir is trying a rebound move. We'll see if we get back above 95. Otherwise, we're kind of stuck in a chop zone. For coin, we're also trying to rebound. We'll have to see if we get back above 221.5 and eventually 225. So watch those levels. This is trying to turn on the 4 hours, so we'll see if we slowly uptrend higher. For Amazon, we have a potential inverse head and shoulders like pattern, but what I don't like is the fact that we're below 250. I want to see us reclaim that for there to be some hope for the bulls. It's not looking that good so far, despite this pattern that's trying to develop. I need to see us get back above 250. It's a very, very key level, and then this will have some more potential. Meta was trying to rebound, but the problem is we were not able to break past the resistance up here at, I marked this target at like 689. We came short so far. There is a possible inverse head and shoulders. If we lose the low, though, around that like 650 area, I'll be concerned. So we'll see if this pans out or not. We're kind of stuck for the time being. Microsoft is also looking so rejecting so far. We haven't lost critical support around 395. We also have not broken past 403. Google's also in a bit of a downtrend. We're still technically respecting a falling wedge. No sign of a bounce yet. And we could be looking for 170 as a potential target. So right now, SPY is once again kind of flat, but we are forming wicks that give this potential to bounce. The QQQ is a little bit weaker, but once again, as long as it bases, this could try to hold up. And as far as Tesla goes, it's weak. It's on technically it's making lower highs so far. It's the one thing that's not too good about it. But in order for this to try to see some kind of rebound, I want to see if we can try to get a reclaim of the 292 area. If we could do that, that's going to show some signs of life. Tesla's very flat right now, so at least it's not down like 2, 3, 5% or something like that. It's just very flat. So it needs a little bit more time. Give this some time to develop. And with that being said, we will just be watching these levels very, very closely. But for now, the market's very, very flat, very, very choppy. I'm hoping we see more volatility by tomorrow when we get our PCE report. So just be very patient and we'll see how things end up going. But, anyways, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. I'll be back in a couple of hours for another update. Until then, have a good day. And don't forget that as far as Tesla goes, it's also very reactive to news and data. So, whatever news comes out is also going to affect it. We're still waiting for that. So there's nothing too significant so far. Anyways, that's it, guys. Have a good one and peace out.